All right, so I want to know from you, concerning as regards to River State crisis going on in River State. We want to know from you, sir, what are your stake concerning this?
I think Nigeria is the theater of the result, the impossibilities and all sort of things. Because for me, up to today, nobody has told us the impeachment offenses, impeachable offenses the governor of River State committed before the impeachment procedures in the Constitution was activated to remove him as governor of River State. River State people are supposedly the people who elected these members of the House of Assembly. They are also the people that elected the governor of River State as confirmed by the judgment of the apex court in Nigeria, the Supreme Court, that Samuel Fubra won majority of the legitimate vote casted on the day of the governorship election, and he was returned. Now, we did not elect representatives to go to the assembly to pursue their personal vendetta and personal aggrandizement. We didn't send them there. We send them there to represent us, be our voice. Now they didn't do that. They started a process to impeach the governor of River State. And the River State people have been asking, I am asking, I voted. And I have every constitutional right to know why the governor of River State will be subjected to an impeachment process. Why will the governor be impeached? I have every right. Up to today, nobody has told me what are the impeachable offenses he committed. Having said that, we have continued. These members of the House of Assembly, on their own volition, nobody asked them, with disregard to the people of River State, the same way they did with trying to impeach a governor elected by Rivers people. They went that they are no longer in the party on whose platform their constituent voted them into the assembly, that they've gone to another party. From the PDP, they have moved to All Progressive Congress. And the Constitution is very clear on that. You have decamped, leave. Be honorable enough to leave. They did not leave. Then in December, the remaining member of the House of Assembly elected a speaker. They sat, have a quorum, legally as elected member, the only elected member of the House of Assembly, and declared the seat of these people who had cross-carpeted to another party vacant, which is legal. Now, court cases, both parties went to court for litigation. And the disservice done to the people of River State. The appeal court has created a lacuna in River State. The Supreme Court has created a lacuna in River State. Now, there's a succeeding case already at the Federal High Court, and there's another one at the River State High Court. These are the abuses of the federal structure of Nigeria, the federal nature of Nigeria. Because a court outside River State is adjudicating on a matter affecting River State people. And that court is not answerable to River State people. They are exercising exclusive jurisdiction. A federal high court in a federal state is exercising exclusive jurisdiction on a matter that affects a state. How is it possible? It's like a state high court exercising. These are the federating unit in accordance with the Constitution. Section 2, subsection 1 of the Constitution, clear, and subsection 2 clearly states that these are the federating unit. So can a court in Rivers State have exclusive right in adjudicating on a matter affecting the federal government? There is no, the Constitution did not show that one federating unit is superior to another. They said the federation and the 36 states and Abuja are the federating units in Nigeria. That's what the Constitution says. And I think that's the intention of the crafters of this Constitution. Now they gave a judgment that the court in Rivers State do not have the jurisdiction to hear the case. But they did not say, since then, they've gone not, they've gone silent. They did not address the substantial issue, which the lower court had failed. What the appeal court has created is more dangerous, and it is unfolding now in Rivers State. So anything that happened in Rivers State, those evil judges at the appeal court should be held responsible. They know what they did. Let us not mince words. That those criminal, corrupt judges at the appeal court know what they did. I'm not speaking for FOBRA. I am not a FOBRA employee. I'm not a FOBRA advocate. I'm a Rivers man. And that's the way I have always spoken on matters, on national matters, on international matters. So let nobody tie me to FOBRA. I'm speaking my mind. Now, these people have gone on to say, you cannot spend, you cannot, they are passing resolution after anti-people resolution, trying to create anarchy in the state. Because the substantial matter taken to court was not addressed. So there's a vacuum. Everybody is acting. The governor is acting because nobody asked him to stop acting. Those people who decamp, you give them the power to continue to operate by saying the obvious, their seat has been declared vacant. What we want to hear is whether the appeal court will say it is illegal for the authentic House of Assembly, now led by Okochombo, that declared the seat of these people vacant. They sworn affidavit to the fact that they've gone to APC. So there's nothing. The facts before us clearly address that. So the court ought to make a pronouncement, which the court had gone mute. The court had become deaf and dumb. They cannot hear, they cannot speak. The appeal court has gone deaf and dumb. The appeal court has become a graveyard, a cemetery. They don't have any life again. They have left Rivers State in total suspension. We're in a limbo. Is that what the judiciary of a country should be? This is a shame on everybody. And they are destroying the institutions in Nigeria. A time will come when people will no longer respect the institution and accept the pronouncement of these institutions. They are laying the foundation for anarchy. They are laying the foundation for anarchy. So today everybody is acting in Rivers State, people whose tenure had evaporated, had expired, are coming, they are going to go back to the local government and take over the local government and say, who are they? Who are these miscreants? Political system through them. Because of one man, 1 year on wiki, the Supreme Court shamelessly dissolved the Federation of Nigeria. Shamelessly. Mark this word, it's going to happen. Shamelessly, shame on those crooks in the Supreme Court. Shamelessly dissolved the Federation of Nigeria. Why was Nigeria made a federation? The British colonialists in their exit knew that Nigeria is an heterogeneous state. For everybody to be saved, for an Ijaw to be saved, for a Gbagi man to be saved, from the overbearing presence of Hausa people, or Yorubas, or Ijaws, a country must be built on fairness and diversity and inclusive representation. And that was why the national anthem, which hypocritically this government has brought back, a country, a nation where no man is oppressed. The Supreme Court now says, we know this is the hand of Esau and the voice of Jacob. We know very well what necessitated this judgment. The same years of Wiki that was fighting against judicial autonomy, legislative autonomy, and local government autonomy, when he was governor of Rivers State, paying money, lobbying people, all of a sudden had become a champion of financial independence of the legislature, financial independence of the judiciary, and local government autonomy. All of a sudden, like the jellyfish, they have changed colors. And the Supreme Court was mandated to pass a judgment totally abolishing the Federation of Nigeria. In a government represented by a federalist, headed by a federalist, Ahmed Bola Tinubu fought against one of the most evil presidents in the history of Nigeria. General Olusegun, more Tricoran than any military government ever, more dictatorial, more tyrannical. He fought him, maintaining the federal separation of the federal character of Nigeria, with separating the state from the federation. The question we're asking these idiots in this report, I call them idiots, are the 774 local government also federating units. So, what is the character of the state? What becomes of the state? What is the nature of the state? The state is now useless. If the small fragments and bits of their states are also federating, then we should abolish the states. And then we know how were these local government created? The lopsided nature of local government creation, where Bayelsa have 8 local government and Kano have 44 local government. People are rejoicing as if, yes, nobody, I am not in support of the pilfering at the federal level, I am not in support of pilfering or at the state level, I am not in support of the glutons at the local government level. But if you give local government chairmen, local government administrators autonomy, are you going to import those people from heaven? Are they not going to be the same set of people who are at the federal level? Was this glutton, this clitomaniac, yes or wicked, did he not rise from local government chairman to the state level as a chief of staff, become governor, and now 2 times minister? So this clitomaniac, this glutton that is not satisfied with anything, all of a sudden, the Supreme Court of Nigeria headed by idiots, populated by idiots, who have suspended our constitution, throw it into the trash can by abolishing the Federation of Nigeria. The same danger Abu Rosie put us through the promulgation of Decree 34. This is even worse. It's a pronouncement of the Supreme Court, the apex court in a civilian government, taking away the federal system of Nigeria and making us a crude unitary system. Now in Rivers State we have a problem. Say no caretaker committee. So which people are going to manage the local government? The local government will not be managed. And they've gone to court, the same set of courts, the same judiciary that we are now useless in, bastardizing our governmental institution and infrastructure. I said, don't hold election. INEC should not give this thing. So what happened? No local government will exist until the National Assembly will affirm what the Supreme Court has done because of one man and pass a law. They want to pass a law that elections in state should be conducted by federal government, federal establishment, federal institute, federal electoral party. That's what they're waiting for. They already passed the law so that yes or wicked will have the power using federal mind to put its people as local government administrators as chairman. We all know this. So we are saying that there's going to be riot, there's going to be protest. Is this not enough for Rivers people to go into the protest? This singular prosecution of Rivers people, persecution of Rivers people, with the total blindness from the presidency allowing this glutton to run amok in Rivers and yes or wicked. Is it not enough? Are Rivers State people not human beings? If Rivers people today decide to rise, what will happen? They're going to commit genocide against us, as they have done. State Minister of Health was doing a program. Policemen went there to shoot at pregnant women and children. Is there life? We're living in a world that everything that happened is life. Be there. Everybody is seeing it. You cannot deny. The president or those in the presidency, even the president did not, they cannot fight ignorance. So tomorrow when this issue will snowball into something else, they cannot say it was not brought to our notice. It's there. They have new media. They have people in new media. He has special advisor in new media. They ought to have collated this evidence and showed it to the president, and the president should have acted. What do they expect of the president is not to call our governor and insult the people of Rivers State by saying him to sign a piece of useless paper. It's by telling him yes or wicked. You are in a butcher day. make Rivers State people day their day for Port Harcourt. But that Rivers people cannot day their day in Port Harcourt, and we have to day in Abuja. When the come to become, they happen, we surely have